it continues to reinforce the idea that if you're looking to make a purchase, right, whichever one, explore everything, because you may be surprised by what you find in something that you may have ignored or said that it's probably not going to be great.
Yeah. Make the effort. Even if you're going there exclusively with the idea of saying, I just need to get this off my list, saying, yeah, I definitely do not want to have one of these in my garage. Even if the whole approach is that. And to me, when you set yourself up like that, it can also feel like, yeah, so it's like 15 minutes wasted. Still, go ride it. It's important.
And I know that most of the people who are listening over here are not looking to buy one of these 100 cc's. But if you're going to go to the Honda showroom for anything, just see if you can get a test ride on this, because that lightness that he's talking about, right? And that immediacy, my God, that's a different kind of joy, which should be experienced.
Yeah, because effectively, the small motorcycle has become a very abstract, large motorcycle over time. And these motorcycles basically strip all of those layers down to saying, what is the basic transportation format of a motorcycle feel like? And these motorcycles feel like that, and they really are good.
So Abhinav recently, he got, while he was here, he got from some neighbor, friend, whatever, an old RX 135, right? And this is like the pre-CatCon, so it's even lighter and all of that. And my God, when we got onto the bike and we sat and we were riding around on that, it felt like it transported you back to another time, because there's literally nothing, right? There's no bike. It's like you're floating on ground. That's it. Except for the sound, of course, which is there. And then you realize how simple and basic they were. And in that one regard, the one thing that always surprises me when I get onto these older bikes, especially the RX, that the suspension was pretty rudimentary. And now when you sit on these smaller bikes, affordable 100cc bikes, suspension is pretty decent. It's not like it's...
Today, I think if you're looking for rudimentary suspension, you have to go find yourself an electric vehicle of some sort, where a lot of work has gone into the battery pack and the motor, and therefore not enough was left over to do the suspension with 100%.
Nice. The one thing I wanted to clarify was, you said the brakes are okay-ish.
They're drum brakes. So for a drum brake, it's a good drum brake. But a good drum brake is not saying much.
Okay. It's a good drum brake, but
that's not saying much,
Okay. Okay. All right.
So, that's it. Easy, simple, and fun.
Nice. Good. That was a good conversation.
No, I really had a good time riding it. I did enjoy the Hornet more for sure. More performance, more stuff to do, a little bit more capability. But just the simplicity and the directness of this kind of motorcycle, it's very good.
Yeah.
I almost want to call Hero and say, hey, can I get a Splendor also?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I rode one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That old engine is no longer made.
Which old? The Sloper? No.
That's out.
No.
So even whatever Hero makes today is the new family of engines that they have. Okay. Yeah, it would be good to see, because all my memories of the Splendor are of the Sloper. Actually, I don't have memories of nothing that's stuck anyways with the new generation of the vertical engines or semi-vertical engines as they had them. It'd be nice to see what that feels like.
Yeah, I also don't think of the Splendor as a memorable motorcycle in that sense. I think of it as a, I got there. You know, so I left a place and I got to another place and everything worked fine. And 75 kilometers per litre happened. Is my total memory of all the Splendors I've ridden.
For me, the memory of the Splendor is more stark, because during college, when I didn't have a bike, my friends who had bikes, so there were RXs, there were KBs, and then there was this one friend with the Splendor. And everybody, of course, used to say, his name was Taiwali, okay, from school. And so when we were in college, they all had bikes and all, and you'd be like, Tayo, man, you're going to be late. Everywhere we're going to have to wait for you. But that guy, the one thing he never had to do was fuel up. Right? He would just be, I mean, he'd just be running on, and we had like all these two strokes and needing fuel. And the other thing that I remember when I rode that bike and I was so impressed with was that smoothness of the engine and that shifter, that you know, that soft clunk in that gear shifter that they had was so good. Like that memory I have of, if nothing else, that I remember.
Yeah. From this bike, I remembered that there was times when I had to use the heel and the toe shifter. And then that's a completely different way to change gears, because once you put the heel shifter in, you can't really get your toe under the gear lever anymore, right? So you're sort of rocking your foot back and forth.
I hate it when both are there. I like it when there's only one. Like in the sense that when you're all down, I don't want the front.
No, I get used to it. I hate the fact that if you don't watch your gear changes, you'll come into neutral and then you open the throttle and try to pass something. Which is the technical reason why most gearboxes have one neutral too. It's because if you blindly downshift, you will not end up in neutral.
Yeah. Correct. Of
Simple
anyways,
days.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's hope that Hero does arrange a Splendor. It would be nice.
I mean, they sell like what, 4 lakh units a month, so I don't think finding a Splendor should be a challenge.
Listen, this has been fun, and I think we should take this to the next level. I think our relationship's ready for it. And if you're ready, head to the MotorInc channel where this 3-minute video ends up expanding into a hour-long video, which would be a great way for us to spend time when you're taking a jog, in a flight, commuting to work, or back. We'd love to hang out more.